2-4 on the beat.
You niggas be faking. I check in the bag, I go to Jamaica. I need a vacation. I stay with a baddie, I fuck with the flavors. I'm chasing this paper. I got a new crib, it came with some acres. Make nothing with bangers. These niggas are stupid, I swear I'm dangerous. These niggas be hating. I'm doing no favors. I need a vacation. I grind on the daily. These niggas be hating. I'm doing no favors. Need a vacation. I grind on the daily. These niggas be hating. I'm doing no favors. I need a vacation. Got no time for waiting. Ain't doing no favors. I'm just chasing this paper.
You already know what it is. You're listening to The Urban Product. It's your boy DME.
It's your boy Cozy Ricch.
And it's your girl Imani.
And today we got a very special guest with us in the building. We got DJ Dutch. How you doing?
What up, bro? What up?
Yeah, I'm chilling. How's everybody else doing?
Living my best life per usual. You already know how it be out here.
I feel you. How's everyone's weekend?
First of all, you didn't even let her respond.
My fault, Imani. I'm sorry.
Let him rock.
You feel me? How disrespectful.
My fault.
Oh, I'm in today. I'm not feeling too well. Kind of under the weather, but you know I'm pushing. Same old day.
What's wrong?
He's no bitch. You'll be.
You said what's wrong?
Yeah, what's wrong?
I'm just doing a lot, and I think my body's like starting to like be affected and trying to be like, yo, you need to chill out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
You gotta rest.
Well, congrats on your past two performances that you had.
blessings.
People in the streets don't know about that, so it's called
true.
congrats on your shit. Since she's doing mad shit outside of this podcast. Me, I'm just a bum ass nigga, and this is the only thing I do every week.
Wow.
Nah, but really, how's everybody? The vibe's good. We're good. We're ready to have a dope
Yeah,
show.
vibes
Yeah.
smooth.
What kind of
Ready?
question is that? You already know.
You know the vibes.
Living our best life for a reason.
Yes, sir.
All right, I like that. Dutch, this is your first time on the show, so give the people a little background info about yourself.
Well, I go by the name of DJ Dutch. I'm coming out of the Somerville, Cambridge region, born and raised. Went to PHA, obviously, you know, with my boy Devin over here. So I started DJing about 5 years ago in college. Yeah, I mean, I used to be a dancer before.
My fault.
You already know the time. You know I used to dance, Devin.
I
You know,
forgot
it was-
about that part of you. My
Yeah, I mean, Dutch with the cornrows. You feel me? Like, yeah. I used to be a dancer. I used to be a dancer, all that. You feel me?
Dutch.
Yeah, started DJing in college and stuff like that. And I've just been taking off ever since. You know, so
Real quick. So you said Somerville, Cambridge line. Which one do you claim more?
honestly, I claim Cambridge more than Somerville. I had way more Cambridge friends than Somerville, so
Are you a fours nigga?
I'm not choosing sides.
Okay.
You feel me? I love the four. You feel me? I love the four. You feel me?
Nigga almost
You
got the
feel
whole
me?
studio shot.
Yeah, bro. I'm all set. You feel me?
Yo, I gotta ask that question, bro.
Yeah, I'm not in the streets, bro. You feel me? I'm a DJ, so
That's what I like to hear.
I rep the four sometimes. You feel me? But that's where I was really raised. That's where my cousin. You feel me? She lived in the P. I went to Cambridge Boys and Girls Club right on Windsor, so I was always in the four more than the five. So
I hear it.
but
So
I got people in the five. Got people in Coast. You feel me? All love.
this man well traveled. I hear it.
Right.
With connections. I
Well
like that.
traveled around Cambridge.
Cambridge is a big city, bro.
That's
Oh, man,
big
fuck
It's
facts.
a
it.
big ass city, but nah. So you said you was a dancer and now you're a DJ. What happened to make that transition a thing for you?
Honestly, dancing out here, it died. Like, it died at some point. Like, I remember there was just a wave where everybody was a dancer. Like, next thing you know, this nigga was a dancer. This nigga was a dancer. So, I don't know. I had to find a way to, like, switch it because it was music that really, like, drove me. You feel me? So, I was like, how can I transfer this? How can I keep this music thing going? And, you know, and back in high school, I was always, like, playing with virtual DJ a little bit. So, I would drop a mix here and there, but it was nothing crazy. I wasn't really calling myself a real DJ like that, but you know, people over here in high school calling me DJ Fat Lip.
See, I'm happy.
You are, yeah, bro. You didn't even have to say it, bro.
Wait, what?
I'm
I was
just
the one to bring that up.
I don't know why that was a thing, bro. But everybody was calling me DJ Fat Lip in high school, and you know what? It's all good now.
I hope you flame them niggas.
Right.
I don't even gotta flame them, bro, because they already know what time it is now.
It's
You
all
feel
right.
me?
I'm gonna
Like,
say you
Sick.
grew into the lip.
yeah, bro. Of course I grew the fuck in there. Yeah, bro. Yeah, you feel me? Real gallus thing. You feel
You
me?
grew into the lip, my nigga. That's funny.
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, I really wanted to find a way to just transfer like this wave of music that I love. So I was just like, okay, let me just keep trying this DJing thing. I started DJing in college, like the dorm parties and stuff like that. I went to Salem State. Yeah, doing all the dorm parties and baits and stuff like that. One time, it was like a freshman year. I think it was like the first party of the semester, honestly. And everybody thought I was a junior because it was just a wave, just a whole line of like freshman students, sophomore students just trying to go to baits real quick. And I was just guiding them all there. I started spinning over there, and people was like, yo, you might as well become a DJ. So I ran with it, no cap.
And it worked out.
Yeah, you guys wouldn't even believe what was my first name.
I'm gonna hear that. I'm gonna need to hear that. What was the first name?
I don't know if I should expose myself like that.
I mean,
No. You already no. You gotta expose yourself now.
Once you put Fallib out there, I feel like all bets off
All
the table.
bets are off.
All right, so I originally tried to come out as a DJ calling myself DJ P-Dub because you know my name's Paul.
Okay.
No. That's not it. That's not it, bro. You feel me? That's dead. You feel me?
Bet.
I like DJ Dutch better.
Yeah,
I like
it
DJ
works.
Dutch.
That shit
There we go.
smooth. That shit smooth, real smooth.
So talk about your come up as a DJ, who you came up under, who was like, if you had mentors, anything like that, and just your process coming out through the streets, because there's a lot of DJs in Boston, Massachusetts in general. So climbing up, go ahead, talk about that process.
Starting off, I had nobody, honestly. I actually just grew up listening to DJ Storm, DJ Mo Better. They coming out from Malden and Everett and stuff like that region. Yeah, I just listened to them all the time. And then I just bought a set. Literally, I was just like, I'm going to go on Amazon and buy a quick set, quick controller. And then, I don't know, I just started spinning in my dorm all by myself, just practicing hard body, like, for hours. Like, I'll get my homework assignments out the way and then just start practicing for hours. I didn't care what was going on around me. Yeah, I just loved the music. And then from Salem State, I just started getting mad connections. I started building a network from Salem State. Instead of doing dorm parties, I started doing hall parties. Instead of the hall parties, I started doing like baby showers and weddings and stuff like that. Like, people just started to get to know my name. I started doing this with a lot of like free charging. Like, I did not charge at all. Like,
Just to get your name out
just to
there.
get my name out there.
Okay.
It was so bad to a point, like, I thought I had no supporters. You know what I'm saying? It was a point in Salem where I was like, okay, I got this gig in Cambridge. I have no ride. You feel me? I need somebody to come through and help me out real quick. Everybody's like, I don't know. Is the party gonna be lit? Like, first off, nigga, how am I gonna know?
There's no
the party's gonna be lit, bro. Like, that makes no sense. How am I supposed to know the party's gonna be lit?
First of all, no DJ, no party.
Right.
You feel me?
Facts.
Like,
I'd be like, nigga, if you're asking me if it's lit, you're asking me if I'm lit.
and it's not like I'm telling them to like do that shit for me for free, like as a favor. I'm like, yo, I'll give you bread, bro. Like, I'll make sure you're good and you hungry, bro. Like, I'll buy you food, everything. You feel me? Everybody was just dubbing me that day. It was crazy. I was just like, you guys, it's not like you guys don't have the time. You feel me? It's just like, it's not lit. I'm not lit for you. You feel me? There's other parties. They're trying to go to other parties. I'm like, damn. So I ended up having to hold my controller. I had 2 speakers. I had a bag of stands, like speaker stands, and a bag of wires. And I took 2 buses all the way to Cambridge from Salem. That's
Damn.
With
that's
all
it.
the shit?
All the shit in my hands.
Damn.
That's some
hour-
dedication.
That's an hour, 30-minute ride just for me to do that shit for free.
Sick.
Did you get a ride back at least?
Right.
Same
So how-
buses? Same 2 buses?
2 buses. I stayed my ass back in.
I was about to
some
say.
of them, I went some of them real quick. I was like, all right, yo. So we back at the crib. I'll come back to Salem like tomorrow. But
So after dealing with that, you probably have a chip on your shoulder.
Big facts.
man, I just look at it as like just work. To be honest, I look at it as work. Like, God doesn't put you through things that you can't handle. You know what I'm saying? So I just looked at it as work. Like, okay, this is gonna pay off later on. Watch. You feel me? So I just kept hustling. I kept doing what I had to do. Like, if I had to keep doing a free gig, if I could squeeze out a little bit of bread, if I could open up at this gig here, open up for this DJ here, then by all means, I'm gonna do it. You feel me? Just to get my sound out there. I wanted to get creative. I wanted everybody to hear it. So it's starting to help out now. It's starting to work out.
So your success pretty much strives off your hustle pretty much. Because if you're just taking a bunch of gigs, eventually your name is going to get heard if you're doing all these gigs. So that's kind of how you'd say how you push your way up.
it's more of it's like a life type of like trait. Like you have to use that technique in order to like just live. Like you gotta hustle. Like no matter what you're doing. Like I just wanted to make it like my craft. You know what I'm saying? Make my craft a certain type of hustle. Not just my only hustle, but the one that I'm like looking way more forward into. Like that's my dream hustle. So it's literally how much you put your mind to it, to be honest. And I just got to it. I zoned in. I didn't care what anybody had to say. I wasn't getting too many bad reviews, but you know, at first, you know, you starting off, you don't know what you're doing too much. So I was doing a whole lot of scratching and stuff like that in the beginning because, like I said, I wanted to be like Storm, wanted to be like Mo Better. And I had to take in constructive criticism from people around me, like my friends, and not to mention those DJs. Like, they helped me out with, like, just advice. They didn't, like, teach me how to spin, but, like, they would tell me, like, hey, keep it going, you're doing good. And then I started eventually seeing them at their gigs, and then eventually I started spinning at their gigs with them. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it was just like a build-off. And
so
I don't know, I commend them.
So what was, like, the turning point for you for when you really started getting your name out there and really started getting noticed? Because now, like, when I hear, like, everyone knows DJ Dutch, in my opinion.
That's
like,
big facts.
From Bridgewater to Salem State, like,
Everybody
you
knows
well known
DJ Dutch.
everywhere, in my
Thank
opinion.
you,
So
thank
you've
you.
done a great job. So
Thank you.
what was that turning point for you where that actually happened?
Honestly, I would say the turning point was when I left Salem State. I had a couple, like, college gigs under my belt a little bit, not too much, probably like 2 or 3. I left Salem State, and then I started doing what is called Naga Nightclub back then. I think it's called La Fabrica now. It's in Cambridge on Central, in Central Square. Yeah, once I hit Naga Nightclub, because that was really big, like, they was really having, like, big parties, like, every, like, Tuesday, every Friday, every Saturday. Like, it was crazy. Sundays, like, that was the spot to go in Cambridge. So once I got the connect out of there, shout out Natalia, because she put me on. Once I got a gig out there, they let me open up in Naga, and I just boomed. Like, they wanted me back. They was like, oh, this kid's different. Like, oh, bring him back. Oh, yeah, bring him back next week. And then I started getting, like, little clubs all around the area. When I was, like, 19, I finally seen, like, the Boston Strip. Like, so, like, Cure, Bijou, what was the other one? Guilt, Venue. Yeah, I was 19 DJing in those clubs, bro. I'm not going to tell you, like, which promoters booked me for them, so, because, you know, they might get in trouble, but.
Well, you're not supposed to be there at 19.
Oh, bro, it's 21 plus
No,
clubs.
you gotta think about
Yeah, bro. Nah, it's slow, bro. Nah, it's
What
slow. It's slow. Like,
Damn.
it's not for real. It's slow. Like, they got the ID, like, verification. Like, they'll slide your ID in there real quick to make sure you're good. They don't care. Like, I had to make sure I was there, like, 9 o'clock before, like, security until I started getting cool with the bouncers at the time. So they was just like, oh, yeah, you're a regular. Go ahead. Go do your thing. You feel me? So.
Do you have residencies in any of these clubs?
Nah, it's kind of it's a real battle in there. It's like, it's a lot more, rather than like battle of skill, I would say it's more favoritism in Boston right now.
Are you? Would you say you're like cool with the people that run those clubs?
Yeah, I would say like some of the promoters over there, I'm cool with them. You feel me? They book me. Shout out Roy Afrique. Shout out KJ. Pretty Ugly Entertainment, Afrique Events. Shout out Alvin. Drip Events. I would say, oh yeah, shout out Nujo New World. Yeah, with these promoters and stuff like that now, like, I have a good connection with them now. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been in the clubs too much. I've been doing a lot more colleges right now. A lot more, like, out-of-state gigs, like, in Providence and stuff. So, I mean, it's nice, but I'm loving this little college tour.
So what's the next move for DJ Dutch?
Next move for DJ Dutch. Right now, I'm actually starting a nice little DJ series that I got going on. It's gonna be on YouTube. Like, I don't know if people noticed, but there's been like a whole lot of like DJ controversy on social media in the Boston region. I've been holding it. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, I was about to say I don't know shit about that.
Speak on it. I'm gonna need you to speak on this.
I know what you're doing, but the controversy part, I don't know shit about that. So like, go ahead and explain for the people that don't know.
All right, so boom. So there's a whole lot of controversy going on for this DJ competition because I put a list up of like just like it started off at like 60 DJs, went down to like 100 DJs, of just people voting to see like who would they like to see in the series. But I don't know where people got it fucked up, but like niggas just started looking at the list like, oh, this is the top DJ list. Like, this is trash.
Real quick. What's the series about though?
Oh,
like for the, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. So the DJ series is called Run the Track. You feel me? MA. This DJ series is basically gonna have 12 DJs from Boston that are favorited, or they show their mechanics as well. I'm holding a contest to see which the 12 like final contestant DJs that will be in the series. Once the series start, we'll be showing the DJs like where they live, where they grew up, how they spun, how they decided to start spinning. What else? Not to mention, like, we're gonna go to their crib. We're gonna see how they spin when they're at the crib. We're gonna see how they spin when they're at their lit event. And there's obviously gonna be drama in between, because little do everybody know, like, the Boston scene is just really ran by Boston DJs when it comes to like controversy, drama, like entertainment. It always revolves around Boston DJs or promoters. So
funny.
Yeah. I was like, yo, there's just too much Boston DJ culture out here, like DJ culture out here in general, for the world to not see. You know what I'm saying? So.
See, my question was, if you weren't cool with like promoters and people running the clubs, I was gonna ask you why you think these Boston clubs are so trash most of the times. But because me personally, I feel like when not when, because I haven't been to a party ran by you. And I haven't been to a club or a party ran by any of the DJs that I know who are normally dope. But for some reason, when I go to a venue like Venue or Bijou or Cure or spots like that,
The clientele, bro.
but I feel like
Look at the
the
clientele.
DJs can move the crowd, even if the clientele's whack, even if the crowd is
Absolutely.
whack. I feel like the DJ can get it bumping. You feel me?
He has
So
to feel the
if
crowd
I
and
go
see what they would
somewhere
like.
and I feel like the crowd and the vibe is trash, I feel like it's the DJ's responsibility to change that. And the reason why I don't go out to like Boston clubs in general is primarily because I'm in Boston. But I know there's so many hot DJs out here, so like I just don't know if I'm not getting the Evite to the right clubs. If they're like spinning at these exclusive joints I don't know about. But I don't know. I feel like a regular Friday, Saturday night, you got to know exactly what spot to go to if you're looking for a quality night.
I think some of the DJs are just scared to like take risks, like try to get out their comfort zone, see what else works besides what they've been doing. That's my personal opinion from my experience being in the clubs in Boston, because like I go to like Cure, Bijou, Venue, Storyville. I'll hear the same music.
Yeah,
at all of those spots.
2 out of 4 of those are trash to me. I
feel
won't say
you.
which ones because
No,
I don't know who
no,
you got
no.
ties to. 2 out of 4 of those places were trash to me.
I feel you 100%, but it's just like I feel like the DJs just are scared to take risks, go out their comfort zone. That's really what I think. But he could probably speak on it more.
Nah, honestly, that's true. There was a lot of truth to your insight as well. Like, this is a DJ's job. One time, shout out the promoter, Darius Benders. That's a primetime promoter. That man pays me on time. But yeah, he runs KGB. But like you were saying, it's definitely the DJ's job. You know what I'm
Right.
saying, to move the crowd. But it's also the promoter's job to know what kind of crowd they're bringing in. I know what crowd I'm about to bring into that club. You know what I'm saying? Because I got people personally hitting me up, telling me they're pulling up. You know what I'm saying? And there's always also a guest list and stuff like that. So, but with the promoters, like, I'll give it to them. Like, not only do they have to get people in there, they got to know what kind of crowd they're bringing in there for that certain night. So it all depends on like the weather of the day, or it depends on who's DJing. Do you have the right DJ for this type of event, for this crowd that's coming in? You don't know what kind of crowd's coming in. People are just coming from all different types, like different parts of like Boston, even out of Boston. They just want to go have a good time. You know what I'm saying? So they all have a different preference of music. So do you have the right DJ that can show the versatility? You know what I'm saying? Show the versatility to make that happen. And I'm not gonna say nothing, but shit, I haven't been in the club for a minute, so.
So you're saying college is the better move for you right now? The college parties?
No, not even that. It's just like, it's
I
just
feel that.
I just been honestly hit with so much demand for college parties. I don't know what I've been doing. I think because the summer,
Right.
yeah, because to be honest, I haven't been working a 9 to 5. I've been taking this full force since January, and I've been booked out ever since. Honestly, like I put that as my main goal, and I have like 3-4 gigs every weekend. So I don't know what I've been doing. I guess I've been doing it correctly, because once the school semester started, it was just like boom, boom, this college, this college, this college. Okay, this club wants to book me because this college is close by. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I guess my name's ringing more bells. I don't know if I'm starting to, post more videos. Before, I used to be mad camera shy, so I wasn't like, posting my media and stuff like that. But recently, I've been doing my thing. You've been
posting your videos. Okay. Having a whole blast.
All right.
Social media.
All right.
Yo, I added this man today on Twitter.
Oh my god.
Fam, legitimately an hour went by
He's
after
just
I added
different.
him. He flooded my timeline with tweets. This is one of the most reckless niggas I have ever seen
Dogs.
on Twitter, and I couldn't be happier. Like, thank you. I needed that for the timeline.
Nah, real
Man
shit.
gives no fucks.
Bro, honestly, that's what Twitter's for. Like,
It is,
I'm
yeah.
supposed to be here talking about what's on my mind. Literally, when you go tweet, it says in blanks before you start tweeting, tweet what's on your mind. All right, so, you know what I mean? I'm thinking about a little ass shaking, okay? I'm thinking about, all right, this dumb ass over here talking crazy. Like, yeah, I'm gonna say it real quick. I'm outspoken. I'm a Leo, you know what I'm saying? So,
Hey, Leo gang.
You know
I gotta
Leo.
tap up for that.
You know
You feel
Leo
me?
Nah, I gotta bring it back to your show, though, the contest, right? So is it a contest, or are you gonna like be cutting people off every week? Like, how does that work? Like, how long is it
Are you
supposed to
doing
be?
cameraman boot camp?
oh, yeah. We got like
Niggas
5.
gotta know how to run.
Oh yeah, trust me. We got like 5 cameramen in stash right now. I'm about to get them all set up to get ready to filming in December, because the contest will be ending late November. Right now we're in round 2, but I'll start explaining about round 1 again. It was more about favoritism, just your online crowd. You know what I'm saying? How much do you have an online crowd of? Like, where's your reach? So I posted it out there. I have a decent, reach towards a lot of people in the Boston region, but nonetheless, I make sure I try to like share it and repost it for other people to see, tell people to share it as well, so other DJs can see it. So it really picked up at first, so I really touched base with a lot of DJs out here. So it ranged from like 60 DJs. I didn't even know we had 60 DJs out here. And then the next day went up to like 100. And I was so confused. I was like, where did all these DJs come from? I didn't even know this culture.
So, I gotta ask, like, when you narrow it down to 12, right? How are you gonna choose who the winner is at the end of all that? Like,
Yeah, what are you looking for?
Literally those 12 are the winners. They will
okay.
They will all be featured
Okay, I
and
got
run
you.
the track. Round 1, 100 DJs. I had
Okay,
to
I get it.
I had to like tally every vote down by myself. I made sure I kept a good, like, accurate, like, listing at all times. I was on my phone for 72 hours. I swear to God. Once I gave them the deadline, you had enough time to vote your DJ in, and you had to tell your friends to get him more votes. You only could pick one. You could pick your DJ, you feel me? But you could also pick another DJ but you only get 1 vote for each DJ. So I had to let it be fair. Once they showed the final listing at the deadline, I cut off 50 DJs.
I like that.
And they were salty.
I would be too.
And everybody was looking at me like I was the bad guy, and I'm like, bro, like, that's your crowd.
This is what your people said, fam. Like,
That's your people.
people didn't show out for you.
Right.
Sorry.
What do you want me to do? I just put it out there in the light. I'm sorry, but you feel me? So it's like, you could have backed out. I would have took your name out. You could have hit me real quick, but everybody decided to get salty. Not everybody, but a lot of DJs were salty. A lot of people didn't understand. A lot of people weren't reading instructions. But it's okay. It's all love. For the DJs that didn't make it, there's always season 2. You know what I'm saying? There was so many DJs, so I already see myself making at least 3 to 4 seasons. You know what I'm saying? But to keep talking about the rounds, round 2. Now right now we're in round 2. I actually got a internationally known DJ to help me out with some judging, because now they're gonna post like a 2-minute clip of themselves spinning live. They got to show their versatility. They got to show scratching, cue selection, loops, blends, transitions, all that.
You can do all that in 2 minutes?
Oh yeah, I posted it. I posted a nice little example.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you want to show it
Right.
later on, we can do that. Yeah, so I posted a nice little example like yesterday, and I just want every DJ that made it to round 2 to make sure they actually do this by November 14th, because that's the deadline, because I have that internationally known DJ. He's waiting for these videos. I don't want anyone to back out. I don't want anybody to be scared. Just don't use that example video. If you look at that example video and you get scared a little bit, don't, because it's supposed to be how you spin. Talk on the mic. Do whatever you got to do. You know, if you're not too crazy and scratching, you can just blend. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're trying to showcase for us and you think it's good enough to make it to the next round, do it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's your style. That's what I want. And then after this round, by November 14th, I'll be cutting off another 20 DJs. So we'll be going down to 30. And then round 3 will literally be the passion test. You really got to talk to your crowd, and you got to post a video why you want to DJ. What is DJing for you? Because DJing saved my life. You know what I'm saying? DJing saved my life. This is my passion. This is what I want to take all the way. You know what I'm saying? So I don't play with it. You know, this is my job. You know what I'm saying? So don't call yourself a DJ if you don't have the heart for it. You know what I'm saying? This is too deep. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather give everybody a chance to tell the world why you want to be a DJ. What is the purpose? So if it's like, if you wanted to be a DJ to feed your family, by all means, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're cool with the art with it. If you wanted to get like bitches off of this shit, bro, like, that's not gonna help you. You feel me? Like, you might make it, by all means. I'm not gonna knock your hustle, bro, but like, that's not what it's here for. Not for me. Not this show. You know what I'm saying? So I need everybody who makes it to that final 30 show themselves. You know what I'm saying? Show why you want to DJ. Show what the art of DJing is for you. So
I have a question. What made you want to come up with this platform? Like, why do we need Run the Track? Why did you feel like this was needed in Boston?
Boston as a whole, as a state, we're lacking compared to other states.
Indeed.
We do not have a market for entertainment.
That is a fact.
Whatsoever. What record label have you heard from Boston? That's up.
We working on it.
You see what we trying to do,
working
fam?
on it.
Like, I hear you
We working
100%,
on it.
fam.
We got a couple, like, you know, superstars, you know, that's making it out of here real quick. Like, I would say Cousin Stiz, Bia, even Trey the Kid, you know what I'm saying? But if you notice, except for Cousin Stiz, you know, that's a real nigga right there. Everybody else, I don't see them claiming Boston like that, you know what I'm saying? But I don't blame them, you know what I'm saying? Because Boston in the city itself is so negative, you know what I'm saying? So you want to always just branch away from negativity. So I don't blame them for not trying to claim Boston, because when they actually do, there's always like trials and tribulations or controversy. Like, why can't you big him up instead of like put him down? Like, he made it, you know what I'm saying? He made it out of here. At least he got to the next step. Every other state is doing that, you know what I'm saying? So, and we don't even have a system where they can fall, you know? Like, even if they were going through controversy, they don't have like that foundation where they could just be like, okay, we're in a steady space, we can keep going forward, you know what I'm saying? They got to go somewhere else for it, and that's not cool, you feel me? Like, that's why I'm like, Boston has the talent. We just need to have a system, and we just need to get it out there. So DJing is definitely a big part of entertainment, you know what I'm saying? Without an artist, without the DJ, your artist is not gonna boom like that. You know what I'm saying? It's up to that DJ to play the artist's track. You know what I'm saying? So
Have you been offered to be a tour DJ for anybody yet? Or would you?
Trying to think. Nothing crazy yet, honestly.
But would you?
Absolutely. I've really been trying to get in touch with I don't know if I should say that yet. Nah,
I was about to say, don't expose.
Say that
Facts.
Wait till it happens. Wait till it
Wait till it
happens.
I can't say that yet. You know,
Facts.
can't jinx it.
Make
but
moves, not announcements. You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah, definitely. But I would definitely be a toy DJ for artists. I got local artists out here like Phill, Mycup, Don Deezy, that if they ever needed a DJ, they know they can holler at me. They can holler at DJ Nice. They can holler at Bunna. So those are my dogs, and I know they're gonna go far. And King, can't even lie. And King, yeah, they're gonna go far. So I'll be there for them.
Well, I have one more question. For any upcoming DJs that like are trying to make their name out here, what would you tell them as like word of support or any life lessons as you being a DJ, someone who's finally has his name out there and is making moves within Boston? What would you tell them?
young DJs, right?
Yeah.
Upcoming.
Anybody that's trying to DJ.
Stay humble, because somebody out there will humble you. You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be somebody better than you. Always. So always make sure you stay humble. Whatever opportunity you get, appreciate that opportunity. Go pray to God and be like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know when that next gig is going to come through. There was a point in time where, like, a couple years ago, like, I went through a quick drought. Like, I went through, like, a whole, like, month or two, like, no gigs, like, whatsoever. I was like, what the hell's going on? And it had me, like, do a quick switch. I was like, I was too comfortable where I was. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever get too comfortable.
Facts.
And honestly, practice. Just practice, by all means. Like, I haven't been able to be, like, you know, practicing as much because, you know, once you start getting, like, a whole bunch of shows and a whole bunch of, like, contracted, like, gigs in the week, you're just literally on the road. So whenever I do get a chance, like, if I'm home, if I'm not working or doing anything else, I'm going to go practice. I'm going to go hop on the set. But by all means, if you're starting off, practice as much as you can, because literally this happens overnight. It happens overnight. I started learning how to scratch overnight. I was practicing it, and then I got it once I woke up. I was like, it's 4 a.m. I was like, I can hear this shit in my head right now. Let me just try to put this shit on the turntables. And it happens. Just keep practicing. So
All right, word. I gotta ask this one question because you haven't talked about it yet, but I am curious to hear about it. So, what was it like DJing for like big events such as like Blackouts or Carnival or like shit like that? Big events like that where you came from being the small DJ, and I feel like kind of when you're at that spot, DJing at stuff like Blackout and like the carnivals and shit like that, that's kind of what solidifies you in the city. So like, what was it like? What was your experience when you went through all that?
Honestly, once I started doing those events, I would still be nervous at first. You know, I got like butterflies, but I was in the back of my head. I was like, I know I'm like born for this, because as soon as I got to the where I was supposed to be, the booth for each event, it would just disappear. Because usually with these big events, I always make sure I have my support team behind me. You know what I'm saying? So if I have my support team there, they're also like my show members. You know what I'm saying? Because when I DJ, I don't look at it as just as a party. It's a show. I'm putting on a show. You know what I'm saying? So, because everybody's focused onto the stage. If your stage is not lit, then the party can't be lit too. You know what I'm saying? So
that's why I asked about standing on top of that stage when you got the entire university staring at you.
I had literally,
or on top of the truck in the middle of the parade, just looking down on everybody.
Thousands.
That must be a dope experience,
bro. Thousands of people. You know what I'm saying? Thousands of people just waiting for you to waiting for you to hear
what's the first thing
next.
You're gonna
you know
spin?
what I'm saying?
Facts. That's fire.
Waiting to see what you're about to do.
That kind of power and influence.
Move the crowd. That's why I'm telling you, they move the
Word.
crowd, bro.
I take the mic and I get full control. Like, you're listening to me now. Like, you're following my directions, my instructions. So it's like having that type of power and then just seeing everybody react to you like, oh shit, this nigga's lit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's amazing. Blackout, when they broke the railing and stuff like that, thank you, UMass Amherst. You know, I'll be there December 7th. But when they broke that railing, I was like, wow, this is surreal. Like, I'm born for yes. I'm born it was done. The railing was done.
Finito broke the railing.
The railing was done. It was over.
Like,
Oh, you were there?
yeah.
Of course you was there. What you mean?
And honestly, what makes it better to me is because I get full confirmation because I can see what's going on with every other DJ and how the crowd's reacting to every other DJ. And the way they react for me, I'm like, yeah, this is where I belong. You know what I'm saying? So I'll never take those big gigs for granted. I'll love each and every one of them. If it's 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 40, I'll take it. Everything I'm never taking shit for granted whatsoever.
Hey, word. I like that shit. Good shit. It's called. Anybody else got questions? All right, word. So right now we're going to move into our normal shit that we do here on the podcast. So we're just going to dive into our topics and talk. So, Imani, you want to start things off?
Yeah, so I wanted to ask all of you guys if you believed if soul ties were real.
And explain what that is for the people.
So my interpretation of soul ties is, or my example is, if I have sexual relations with one person, I automatically, moving forward, will have some type of connection with that person. So say like I'm wherever, market, store, wherever, and I automatically see that person, I automatically feel some type of way, subconsciously or unsubconsciously. I feel some type of way because I've had, relations with that person.
So I'll go first. No, I don't think soul ties are a thing. I think that stems from, I can speak from personal experience. I don't think soul ties are a thing because I could fuck with a girl, fuck, and give no fucks about her the next day or anything about that. Like, minute I nut, fuck on my face, right? So I could deal with that, but like, I've had only time I've ever experienced something like that though, like, is when you take a girl's virginity. I feel like that's the only time like a soul tie can, and that's on her part, like a soul tie to you. You know what I mean? So I feel like a soul tie, unless it's mutual, like you're both on the same page, like, yeah, I'm fucking with you, you fucking with me. It's always one-sided in my opinion. So I don't think soul ties are a thing because they're always one-sided. Like one person always feels one way for that person, can never get over it, and the other person's just like, all right.
Do you feel like it's a female thing, or do you feel like just anybody in general?
Nah, because I know plenty of dudes that are stuck on some girls, like 100%. It's not a female or male thing at all. I just think it's just an individual thing. It depends on the individual, but I don't think soul ties are a thing. It's infatuation.
He also used to be a hoe, so I feel like it's different.
It's crazy.
I mean, he said it a couple times on the show. That's crazy.
I feel like it's different,
Nah, but like, yo, you can't tell me. All right, so be that as it may, right? Yo, be that as it may, right? Obviously, there's still girls I would fuck with. It's just like, word, I like you more than the others. You know what I mean? But it's never to the point where it's like, all right, well, that happened with my girl right now.
This nigga.
I hate you.
But that's like an off.
See when Ricch finds out some shit about himself.
But that ain't a soul tie, my nigga. You feel me?
No, I'm here.
That ain't a soul tie. It's
Facts.
just, all right, I just grew to like you over time. That's all it is.
Oh,
but,
yeah, we know.
fam. The way she describes soul tie, y'all fuck the first time, it's like, damn, y'all connected.
Oh, yeah. No, I hear that.
That only happens if you fucking with like virgins. Y'all both virgins or some shit.
I can understand what you're talking about because I do feel like the more experience you have, or kind of like the more bodies that you become acclimated to, even though that does sound fucked up, I feel like the more like experience that you have kind of like lessens. I gotta think about how I talk to politically correct.
You better talk your shit. Talk your shit.
All right, so I was gonna say that if you're like fucking around a lot, if you're like used to having multiple partners and multiple bodies like that, it comes to a point where all that shit becomes like desensitized. So you're not gonna have a soul tie because this shit just becomes regular at the end of it. You feel me? When it's like new in the beginning, all these feelings are new. You don't really know what to do with them. You don't really know how to handle them. So it's true. If you're new in the game, your first couple of times with whoever feel like something magical, something serious, because it should feel like that if it's your first time. You feel me? But if you're someone that was, popping like these two, for example, and
when you said these two, I was really about to go crazy. I was about to be like, whoa.
I didn't hit the future button for you this week. We good.
I like that. That's the crazy thing.
I just feel like if it was like that, then yeah, shit doesn't really hit that deep with you. That's just me.
You're not gonna do me like that, okay? I'm not like that at all.
To be honest, I believe in all that spiritual shit. To be real with you, like, I feel like I'm very in touch with my spirit and my energy and the energy I keep around me. So I feel like it's just different levels of reach compared to like everybody's spirit level. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not really, trying to get to know your spirit, energy as much, I'm not saying you're not going to be able to feel it, you know what I'm saying, with a soul tie, with somebody else, but it just means like you just need to keep going through it, you know what I'm saying, keep experiencing it before you're able to actually feel the soul tie. But as you go through with your energy, like, it's just a sense of like it's like a burst of like, I don't even know how to explain it.
You've had a soul tie? You had a soul tie? It sounds like you got
Honestly,
a soul tie.
I would say I had like maybe a soul tie too.
Okay.
You know, like a soul tie too. It's just more than just a sexual attraction, to be honest. Like it's more than just being friends neither. It's just that connection that you guys build as the two of you guys, you know. It really just hits home and you can feel that. So when they say soul ties, it's not really just only sexual connection. Obviously the sexual intercourse is going to give it a boost, but sometimes you don't even need it. You'll just be really in touch with somebody. I also believe in like past lives and stuff like that. I believe like your soul has probably met that soul before. That's why you guys click like that off rip, or you or somebody else, one of your partners, go through an experience, but you guys probably went through that before, and this is just something that's constantly going on. So honestly, I'm a strong believer of that because I feel like souls are everlasting if you have a good soul. So I definitely believe in soul ties. Soul ties definitely occur.
I was definitely going to add that. I think a sense of familiarity plays a role too, because once again, you might not make that connection right there in the beginning, but after spending some time to kind of work on the relationship and expand on the relationship and like maybe get to know each other, then I think a soul tie can form from that. But just off of initial interactions, no, I don't believe that could happen.
Understandable.
Because I feel like if you make a soul tie off of initial reactions, then I also believe that you could be a person that gets hurt frequently, very easily.
That's
and
also
there are
a thing,
people,
yeah.
there's people
That's
that's
the
like
thing,
that
though.
too.
So that's what I think about it. You feel me?
Yeah, so that, I mean, there are people that exist out there. So that means if they exist, that means there's a chance that, you know, soul ties also exist in that sense. You know what I'm saying? So in that aspect. So I don't know. Soul ties is, spirit energy is really strong,
It's
bro.
really
Like,
different.
I don't know. Like you said, if you fucking with shorty, you feel me, and you fucked another shorty, like this shorty's the one that you know what I mean, is doing all the right things, and you're gonna feel that for a reason. There's no reason, like just talking and texting and stuff like that.
It's not random.
That's not enough. You know what I'm saying? It's coming from something else.
Exactly.
So.
That's why I feel like soul ties normally don't form because of sex.
I feel like you got so much you're not saying right now.
Me? No. That's literally how I feel. I feel like people, I don't like how people try to downplay. Like, I know dudes that be like, oh, like you, who will be like, oh yeah, like I fucked a dude, I fucked a girl.
Imagine if Ricch said that.
I fucked a girl and like it meant nothing. Like, it just drives me crazy. Like, there's no way. Like, I think sex is a very like personal thing. So you just saying that you just hit it and quit it and then that was it. Like, I don't know. That's different
Shame on
for
you,
me.
bro.
So this is why I say this is an old me. You feel me? This is an old me. Like obviously. Nah, I mean, I felt some type of connection with shorties in the past. Like, all right, I fucked with you on a basic level, but I never let it get past that point because I didn't want it to get past that point. I feel what Dutch is saying 100%. Like, yo, in order to have a soul tie, you got to be able to form an actual relationship with this person. I never let myself do that because I'm not trying to. I don't see the need. Like, you know what I mean? If it's just physical for me, it was just physical. So I never let it get past that point. And I understand that about myself. I self-reflect.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you're basically, it's not saying that there's not a soul tie that can't happen. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to you fucking with a shorty and stuff like that, or you just want to keep it just fucking, it's literally just blocking that from happening. You know what I'm saying? You never know what could happen.
You feel me?
With that. So, yeah, you have every right to do that by all means. But I'm just saying, just the actual existence of soul ties, it has to be a real thing.
But shame on me either way.
And the setting
Yeah,
too,
shame on you.
like,
Shame on you.
Be a hoe. You used to be a hoe. You
nah,
got
and the
you
setting.
got a girl now. You good.
You still a hoe? Who?
You.
Mr. DJ.
Still. When?
He's asking.
When? I ain't got no hole in my blood. Ain't got no hole in my blood.
So you just skipped
Yo, I
that
gotta
part
pull
of
up-
being a DJ?
Right.
Bro, definitely, you was in school with me, bro.
I
Like,
gotta pull
Which
up
is
your
why
Twitter.
I'm staying quiet. I'm the
don't-
only one being
don't do
quiet.
that.
What are we
You
talking
feel
about?
me?
Don't do that.
Because I went to high school with you, I'm the only one being
Alright,
quiet. Fuck
Devin,
you,
so
man,
you
bro.
so you know what type of time we was on. I was just, you know what I mean, a little kid
Devin's
with
face says it
cornrows.
all.
That's it, huh?
Devin's face says it
Right,
all. He
he's
gives
like,
me that
okay.
face when I'm full of shit. So
Right.
Yo,
One more time?
uh,
No, what were you saying?
yeah, bro. Like,
This nigga would be the time.
Don't blame him.
No, I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna play. 'Cause, what's it been like 5, 6 years? 6,
Yeah.
8 years?
alright, Devin.
Nigga would be the
I'm
type.
not bullshitting no more. I have my whole face.
Nigga would be the type of
I'm a
shit.
whole face.
Nigga
show
would
me
be.
respect.
Fam,
I have my whole face.
this nigga would be the type
I'm
of
not part
nigga
of
to
this.
sit in the middle of the cafeteria, fold his legs, fold his arms, put his legs on the table, and just watch shorties fight over him. I remember one year, right? Nah, I ain't gonna expose him like that. I ain't gonna expose him like that.
Do it, bro.
But
Like,
it
get
was
right,
great.
bro. It's
Oh,
okay,
no,
bro.
no,
It's in
no,
the
no,
past.
no,
That
we
sounds like
grown.
some shit I would have did.
Oh,
Like,
it was great. It was
Wait,
great.
wait.
It was.
oh, we would have gone along just fine.
Nigga, you got a mic right there. Don't make me do that to you, nigga.
Yo,
Don't
no
make
bullshit.
Me do that to you,
Before we get messy,
I'm
I'm gonna switch the topic. What makes someone go viral?
Paul.
Wait, what? Yo, chill. I got too many likes here.
Hashtag
Sex
PHA
sells.
problems.
Sex does sell. Sex does sell.
Sex sells.
Everyone
There's a
can
lot
relate
I
to
didn't
sex.
say.
No, it doesn't even have to be sex related though. It could be like a girl showing her ass and she can go viral
Well,
off
women
of
are
that.
much more attracted than men, so
But I feel no men can go viral as well.
nah. But like women, I catch women saying, "I'd rather look at a women than a man naked." You feel me? Because
Yeah.
women
Yeah,
just
'cause
look
it's
better
just
naked.
Weird.
Nah, women just look better naked.
Women's God's gift.
Feel
It's
me?
weird.
All right, whatever.
No,
Anyway,
I hear you.
so
For
what-
me, it's
yeah,
weird.
What
That's
makes
all.
someone go viral?
Me, I told you, sex sells.
Oh, so sex?
Yes.
So 6ix9ine was selling sex when he went viral?
Yeah.
Okay, sex sells.
He was.
Oh, I don't know.
He was?
And violence. Sex and violence.
What sex was he selling?
Was he not
I
fucking
mean, it was a
Trippy
whole
Red's
lot of violence.
shorty?
Oh shit.
He
that
was
on
fucking
something,
Trippy
man.
Red's shorty.
He was out here, right?
Yeah,
That
he was out
after,
here.
that was
Chief
after
Keef's
he
baby
got.
mama,
That still
right?
counts. That's
Didn't
in
he
the
have
mixture.
Chief Keef's baby mama at some point.
Yeah, Chief Keef's baby mama.
This was already after he was established, though. You feel me?
I mean, he had to keep it going though, so you know what I'm
Just
saying?
stupidity.
I feel like,
just reckless, honestly.
yeah, I was about to say stupidity
Clout.
and just straight
Reckless.
recklessness is what
Yeah.
gets you viral nowadays. Like, from everything I've seen. Like, every time I see someone blow up, it's off some stupid shit. Like, Boot Gang. Remember when he was around?
Oh yeah, that nigga done though. You feel me? Like that
Nah,
nigga.
he's back, though. He's still around, bro.
I
He's
thought
trying
he
to be
changed. I thought
reformed,
he-
though.
Yo, he changed,
John
but he's
Cabana.
around. Like, he's still around. I'm surprised he ain't in jail.
Yeah, cause that dumb shit got caught up to him. You feel me? Like the rest of y'all niggas doing that dumb shit online, bro. Watch.
You ever see somebody trying to do some viral shit out here?
Yeah, bro.
Just in terms of clout?
Yeah,
I'm about to say, as a
all the
DJ, I
time.
feel like you've probably seen mad shit.
All the time, bro. Like there's a lot of people that'll ruin friendships for some clout, that'll betray you for some clout. Like it's real scary. It's real spooky out here. No bullshit. Like it's for no reason too. Like just for you to get a couple likes online on Twitter, like you got like 50 likes real quick. It's just weird out here. I don't know.
Quick question. Do you if you got like gigs like parties and shit, do you play like local artists?
Yeah,
If
of
somebody like
course.
slides you something to play, would you play it for 'em?
If I like it. Cause I'm honestly a party DJ. You know what I'm saying? I do it all. You know, I do concerts as well, hip hop concerts. Like I said, baby showers, anything, corporate gigs as well, like little holiday parties, events where they're showing presentations and stuff like that. Even a funeral, I've even done that. So that being said, like I'm a party DJ. I need party music. That's where I'm usually at. You know what I'm saying? If your shit is not rocking to me, then I'm not gonna play it
I feel
whatsoever.
that. I was also gonna say, because I feel like if local artists wanted to get their shit popping in the city, I feel like passing it to your DJ would probably be a smooth way.
Absolutely.
So DJs probably got control of that shit in the streets if they wanted a song to pop off. If they just played it a couple times a night in one of these venues, that could probably be a surefire way.
Yeah, I mean, there's like I said, there's mad DJs out here, so all these artists have a lot of options, you know, based on where the DJ plays. I'm in the party scene. If you don't have a party track, I'm more than likely not going to play it. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely look into local artists, and I definitely play their shit. So
Respect.
All right.
So, as a DJ, what was your opinion of Drake getting booed off stage?
That is the most disrespectful shit I've ever seen in my life.
It's just funny because it happened to Drake. That's
Drake.
that's why it's
We're
funny
talking
out of all
about
people.
Drake. Listen,
I only started laughing because it happened because of Frank Ocean. And this nigga ain't even any. I don't
He
know
hasn't
what
even
he
been,
did.
like,
I don't know what he
alive.
did to like ingrain himself in so many fans like head as this high figure when he hasn't done shit really.
bro,
He's been dead, honestly.
Like, I don't get it.
I'll tell you now. That whole crowd was either white, black that live in white suburban neighborhoods, or weirdos, and goth kids. I believe. I think. I've definitely seen a couple goth people.
Tyler
in there.
Creator fans.
It was not Drake's forte crowd. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking about Drake. Like that is like the artist of the decade, bro. Like before Lil Wayne, after Lil Wayne, it was Drake. You feel me? It was Lil Wayne before that for me, at least.
Oh, facts.
Because Lil Wayne's the GOAT. But Drake has been killing shit for like the last 10 years, bro. Like nonstop. Like, didn't he just get like an award for that shit too? Like on billboards? Like he just got artist of the decade.
No, he did. I know what you're talking about. He got some recognition, like
Yeah.
most tracks, like on billboards for a certain amount of time.
Bro, that's not
like,
normal.
yo.
You know what I'm saying? That's not a normal thing to do. You feel me? So
It made no sense to me. Like, you gonna boo this man off stage for what?
it's
Yeah, it
Drake.
made
You
no
hear
sense.
him every day.
Like, that's so ungrateful.
And I feel like people should have you shouldn't have expected to see Frank. That's just
Like, he
first and
hasn't been
foremost.
here, bro.
Man's not out here, bro. Like man
Bro.
is just chilling in his
No one
cage.
ever
man.
mentioned Frank was coming out either. That's
Facts.
The thing. Like, no one ever said
They put
Frank was
question
popping up.
marks on the poster. That didn't mean Frank Ocean, fam. What
Word.
the hell?
I fuck with Frank, but he's not Drake.
Facts.
I'm not even dick riding Drake, bro. But bro, that's Drake. You don't boo Drake.
Facts.
When have you heard Drake get booed?
That's
been
a big
a while.
The
fact.
nigga was on Degrassi.
The nigga made
Bring back
Hotline
throwback.
Bling.
Right.
Bro, the nigga was on Degrassi.
I'm sick.
Wheelchair Jimmy never got booed.
Oh, whoa, real quick. Another celeb, T.I. Y'all
that
heard
nigga
what the hell he was doing with his daughter? Going to the gynecologist, was it?
Yeah, so she gets regular checks with her gynecologist, and every time her father, T.I., goes with her to make sure that she's still a virgin.
Yeah, that's nasty.
That's weird.
That's
Yeah,
really
that's not
nasty.
it.
How old is she?
She's like
I
18,
feel like she is.
She's
19.
oh,
And I feel
nah,
like at that
that's
point, that's
weird.
not even your parents' business anymore. Well, it never was, but like when you become an adult, I feel like that's definitely not none of your parents' business anymore.
It's just shit that you just take too far, though. Like, I fuck with Tip, you feel me? But it's like,
That was
damn,
too
That
much.
is just.
fuck.
Yo,
What is that?
That's how you get your daughter to never fuck with you. Like once she's out the house.
That's big
Or
fact.
that's also how you get your daughter to fuck with the worst type of man she can find. Bro.
A controlling, you gonna find a controlling nigga.
Facts.
You feel me?
She's gonna fuck
Because-
with the worst type of man. What?
She gonna want a nigga like
that
her.
She
Yeah.
gonna find. You feel me? Just because when you restrict people like that, I feel like they're just more likely to do bad shit in retaliation to your shit.
I don't understand why he feels like that's necessary. Like
He's a weird
like
guy.
as a like if I'm gonna be a mom and I have a son, I'm not gonna go check. Like I'm not doing that. That's his personal area. I don't need to be looking down there.
He got too much money.
That's too
Facts.
much.
He has too much money. That's what it is. When you have money, when you got the money for it, you go
I
do it.
whatever the fuck I want.
And you
You
can
feel me?
and you can be a virgin and suck some dick.
On that note,
This nigga here.
on
I
that
mean, I
note,
don't know, not like T.I. is like worried about his daughter, but like his daughter could do other shit to get around that shit. So if she's, I'm not saying if she for
Also-
the streets, she for the streets. But if she doing what she want to do, she doing what she want to do.
Also,
might be for the
what he
streets.
doesn't understand, I don't know how they can test if she's still a virgin or not. Some people like, I'm not even gonna get into
go ahead.
it.
I
know what you.
Like-
Nah, 'cause, like,
Like,
I remember I read a
God.
piece of the article. It said that like the doctor said like, oh, a woman's hymen could break from like riding a pony,
Yeah.
doing this, putting a tampon in, all that, right? T.I. was like, my daughter don't ride no horses. She doesn't do this. She doesn't do that. You better do. You better like give me my
but
results
even
expeditiously.
then, your hymen doesn't
Expeditiously.
break
I
when
was
you
crying.
lose your virginity. That's
One more
not
time,
that's not a
Imani?
guarantee that when you lose your virginity, your hymen's gonna break. Like it could be anything.
Oh,
else.
so-
she could get fingered and it could break. She could do anything else. So how he figures,
My thing is, what would he have
it's just a
done
lot.
if it what like what is he gonna do?
I don't know.
Lock
I
her
don't
up?
understand it. Bro's
Seal
bugging
that
out.
shit back up.
This is why I need a son, man. I don't even want to deal with that. None of that.
Oh, when Dutch has a daughter, Twitter's gonna be great. When
probably-
Dutch has a daughter, bro.
Form holes. I'm talking to
been
you
hearing that,
two.
so
You're
I
definitely
get
getting
the
a
same
daughter.
shit.
I'm telling you that
Y'all
right.
gonna
Your
get a girl
first, your
first.
firstborn.
I don't
will
wish
be a
it on
daughter.
y'all, but
I can see it. Your
The fact
firstborn will be a daughter, bro.
I'm gonna name her Gertrude, bro.
oh no.
I remember that tweet also.
Yeah, bro.
Nobody's
Like,
gonna want to fuck
nobody
somebody
gonna
named
fuck
Gertrude.
Gertrude, bro.
No one's
Straight
gonna
like
want to
that.
fuck someone
What
named
if she's
Gertrude.
like? Well, she's gonna be beautiful regardless, but bro, it don't matter what her name
It
is.
depends if she get the fat lip or not.
Yeah, they was. You know what they said? You know what they said? You know what
Oh,
niggas said? They was
yeah.
like, "Yo, they're just gonna nickname her Trudy."
Trudy. Oh,
That's fucked up, right?
Wow.
I was like, Trudy.
Trudy.
I can't remember the last time I heard a girl named Trudy.
Right.
I was like, niggas switch that shit up. Oh, all right.
Yo, did y'all listen to that new Davies album?
Yeah, that shit was
Survival?
actually really fire. I was
did.
very surprised
You did?
because
I did. That's
Nah.
baby daddy. What's wrong with you? Continue, Devin.
I'll have to pause real quick, give it out.
No,
Look.
all y'all looked at me crazy.
Crazy.
that's all right. I was gonna say, yeah, I listened to it. It was dope because I remember making a point on this podcast maybe a couple episodes ago that I feel like Davies hasn't really put together a solid project. Like he got dope verses and features like that, but in terms of a whole project, I didn't think he really had a solid one until this one.
Mm-hmm.
This shit was dope. Production was dope. Verses were dope. Features were dope. Like there were a lot of dope shit about that. I like how we put this together.
He's really, in my opinion, like the best storyteller out there right now. Because if you listen to every song's a story. And he's just spitting like just storytelling in every song. And I don't know any other rapper who can do what he's doing at the moment. And like I had this argument. I gotta ask y'all. I had this argument with a couple of my boys. Do you think he's mainstream? Because he's not even
not.
remotely mainstream in my eyes.
Davies is not mainstream whatsoever.
Thank you.
And I feel like that's kind of why he had trouble like selling records because
Yep.
he wasn't a mainstream artist.
But I wouldn't say he's underground either. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't call it underground.
I wouldn't say he's
I
mainstream,
think he
but I say
stepped up.
he's known now. Like he.
From
In the
underground.
most recent months, like since Paranoia 2 came out and everything, like he's really started gaining more of a following. But I just say like he's known. I wouldn't even say well known. He's just known.
Is Davies performing at House of Blues or Paradise?
I think Paradise.
Paradise.
Then he's still underground then, if that's the case. If he was
he
making
can
more
sell
noise,
out.
he'd be performing at House of Blues.
I think he can
That's
sell out
kind of
House
how
of
I
Blues,
rank
though.
people in terms of like their shit.
Nah, he's not. I don't think so. Not House of Blues.
You know?
House of Blues.
I don't think
he
he'd
would
sell
sell
out.
out House of Blues if he came to Boston. Like if he did it, I really do feel like he would sell out.
If we were in New York, yeah, but in Boston, I don't know. Like Herbo could sell out House of Blues if he
Yeah, he
wanted
does it
to.
all the time.
Yeah, but like I put Herbo and Davies kind of on the same plateau.
I wouldn't even
But,
say Herbo's mainstream though.
Yeah, exactly.
no.
But like that's kind of where I put them. But I don't think Davies could sell out House of Blues yet. With this album, he might get a couple new fans off of this shit because he always had like lyricism and shit like this. He just never had. He was never able to put together a catchy song.
There we go.
That's what it
it
was.
is. Yes.
He had bars for days. He
doesn't
could
do
just
that,
never
though.
put
That's not
together
him.
a catchy song.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is why I'm surprised with this album because it was all over the album. You feel me?
His music's a lot of playback material. You know what I'm saying? You'll definitely get a lot of more playback, like stuff that you'll hear in the radio. You want to hear on your radio or on your aux or stuff like that. But mainstream wise, he doesn't have the club bangers. Like I said,
Like you wouldn't
Like-
play him at a party.
like the last Davies track that I would probably hear was either one of his like freestyles on a track that's already been booming, or Maneuver with French Montana. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect with Chris Brown too.
Perfect with Chris Brown as well. Nice little R&B vibe. That still rings.
I think that's his
Definitely.
first platinum song though. Oh, it went gold. It went gold this.
Yeah.
Just went gold.
Yeah, but like I'm talking about like club bang, like heat of the moment type thing, you know what I'm saying? With the rest of the tracks out here,
I hear it.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's not.
Davies was always that type of dude. He never put together like catchy material until this album.
But it's great music.
Fire.
It's great music.
Facts.
It's great music.
What'd you say is your favorite track off that?
Me and mine's.
Yeah, I'd say mine would be either mine. Let me look at that track list again. real
It's either
quick.
me and mine's or OG. OG featuring Rick Ross. And,
That one's fire too.
OG was mine.
Mine is either Devil Eyes because Mozzie killed that feature, and I don't know. I feel like Davies really killed it on the Cali vibe. That lets me know he'd do well on like West Coast features. And the Marathon Continues was a really touching track also.
The realest shit.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm kind of upset because he said some shit on the album where like him and Nip were working on like a mixtape together, and I would have really loved to have listened to that.
Apparently, Nip has been working on mad projects. I'm still waiting on. I'm still waiting on that Nipsey and Meek album to come out at some point. There's mad shit involving Nipsey that I'm still waiting to see.
Did y'all hear that new Joe Moses album?
I have not.
I haven't been able to.
All right, well.
You can still talk about it?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna give you a little quick rundown about it. Like, all right, so Joe Moses, for not many of y'all that don't know, he signed on the Waka Flocka Flames label. His album's called West Side. It has 14 tracks. Me personally, I thought it was a really good album. I didn't have one skip in it. He's a storyteller himself a little bit. Has some catchy songs in there. My favorite track on there, however, featured Future and Metro Boomin. It was Go Viral. So like nice little 3-minute song, kind of catchy. But I feel like if you fuck with Davies, you'd fuck with Joe Moses. He's not really well known out there, but I mean, people fuck with him.
Yeah. What else came out this week?
G Nipsey.
Yeah, that track went hard.
Hard Days.
Hard Days track. Yeah, that man's choosing his selection very wisely on like what he drops, and so all the songs that he's been choosing to drop has been fire. So I don't know if he's been planning on releasing the tape or anything, but yeah, definitely keep that shit up.
Bars.
G Nipsey could probably go off at a Boston party. If you
I already know what to expect when I hear
yeah.
G Nipsey. No
Honestly.
bullshit. So straight fire.
Yeah, facts.
I'm not
I like
worried
his
about it.
connection with Millie's. I feel like that's a really good connection to have.
Everything was a great track, G Nipsey. That was a great track, my boy.
Facts.
Which one?
Everything.
I have to remember that track. What else came out? Tory Lanez is dropping Chicks Tape 5 this Friday. Dropped the first single to it last week. Jerry Sprunger with T-Pain. We were all waiting for that track to drop. Now that we finally got it, did it live up to the hype?
Hell yeah.
It was alright, yeah.
It was nostalgic for me. Very nostalgic.
That shit was spiced. That shit hitting right now.
I'm waiting for Chicks Tape 5.
I just feel like he dropped that track too late, fam. He dropped that shit when it's snowing outside, fam.
Yeah.
That's the perfect time.
If he
You
dropped that
think
shit,
this is
Come back
do you think
next
that's a summer
though,
banger?
If anything.
if he dropped that track around the same time No Guidance dropped, those two tracks would have went head to head for Song of the Summer.
So you don't feel like it's gonna go to next summer?
To next summer, nah, there's something because he's gonna drop something fire before next summer.
That's
Isn't
he
this
should
shit
just
dropping today?
no.
Chicks Tape 5, it drops on Friday.
Friday.
If anything, if that's the case, he should just drop all his Chicks tapes on in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he tried to drop it early on. It just kept getting pushed back because he had to
Clearance.
clear samples and all that shit. So that's why when I hear this track, and even the music video, I'm like, y'all definitely didn't shoot this shit recently because it's cold as shit now, you feel me?
Oh, they
So-
could have went, you know what I mean, down. You
I
know
mean, they got money, bro.
Yeah, they could have. But my point in being just, this tape is going to be great. Ashanti is holding a sidekick on the cover, so you know it's about to be a classic. But I just feel like if he was to drop that song in the summer, then yes, that would have been in competition with No Guidance. Easily.
Oh, yeah.
Easily
That's
would have
a
been in
fact, yeah.
competition with No Guidance. So yeah, that shit was dope. Other shit that has dropped. Lil Baby dropped a new single, Whoa. It was straight.
It was alright.
Straight. Yeah, I was like, it was a normal Lil Baby track. And I've been listening to this artist called Rod Wave. He dropped this album called Ghetto Gospel, and there's this track on it that's called Heart on Ice. Man, he raps, right? I think he's under Kevin Gates or some shit like that, but he raps, but when he like sings melodically, that man can hold a note. So that shit's good. I really suggest everybody go check that shit out too. And I think that might be it on new music.
Would you say it's called Ghetto what?
Ghetto Gospel. The track is called Heart on Ice. The remix has Lil Durk.
Nah, you're not the first person to mention that, so I'll definitely make a note to
That
listen to
shit's
that tonight
definitely-
when I'm rolling up.
Facts. That shit is definitely fire.
Bro, it's always a roll up thing. Start listening to new music when you roll up.
And then J.I. dropped a new track too over the weekend. He dropped a track with Sleepy Hollow. It was called Brazy, and that shit's going up too. Also, let me just take this moment to shout out New York real quick because
Showing
I don't know
hella
what we
love.
did. Yeah, I don't know what we did within the past couple of weeks, but Brooklyn been showing the podcast hella love recently. So whatever's going on in Brooklyn, hey, shout out to y'all over there. We appreciate the love and support. You feel me?
Nigga Fabi getting crazy out here, bro.
And Fabio, yeah, that shit's getting, yeah, that shit's hot. For some reason, I was thinking because I played like Big Drip a couple episodes ago, maybe that was why
Bro, drop
Brooklyn
Waka.
started like hopping in, but I don't know.
You gotta drop Waka.
Like Sauce Walker,
No, their song Waka.
Fabio.
Fabio's on it with Swipey. Forgot the other man's name. Sorry.
All right,
But
I'll
yeah,
peep it
bro,
out.
like that shit going crazy right now. I think it has like 2.5 mil right now. So
Jeez.
Since you're a DJ, you got any exclusive new shit that's out that we probably don't know about?
Right.
Some new heat that's out?
well, obviously Phill Mycup just dropped. Conceal.
Facts. That shit was hot.
Boy.
Happy birthday, by the way. Yeah.
Right.
Birthday, my dog. You feel me? Actually, we about to go turn up for him tonight after this. You feel me?
Hey.
No bullshit, actually. Yeah, I almost forgot about that. Today. But yeah, Phill just dropped his track Conceal. Not too many other people has been creating their music locally wise around my region. But yeah, I'm looking forward to any other local artists out here because they got the talent. I'll
Facts.
shout out my guy Jugman one time. Feel me? He's out here. Demo out here. I fuck with Demo's music heavy, bro. You feel
Word.
me? He got a lot of exclusives. You feel me? He has not dropped yet.
I like that. All right. Is everyone good to go into their reality checks? All right, cool.
All right, so reality check for the day. I just want to say, keep it short and sweet per usual. People, if you got shit going on in your life, don't wait on anyone else to fix it for you. Fix it yourself because all you really got at the end of the day is yourself. I mean, people will be there to help you out at the end, but when you're going against the battle, starting that battle, go head on by yourself because it's all you're gonna have in the end. But yeah, it's reality check.
Copy. My reality check is based on this past week, and that is to remind everybody to make sure you take care of yourself. I know this thing called life kind of gets us stuck a little bit, and we always end up having something to do. But just remember to always take the time to step back, relax, give your body a break, and then get back to it. And yeah, that's it for me.
How about for you, Dutch?
I would say my reality check would be just don't quit, honestly. Don't ever quit on anything that you decide to start. You make sure you finish that shit because it's just way more, I don't even know how to say, way more satisfying, I would say, once it's done. Because when you don't quit, when you actually feel like you need to quit and stuff like that, like it's getting too hard for you, get that last push that you have, you feel me, that you got in your chest real quick, and use that to just elevate yourself, just to push through it, because God's going to give you bad days, but there will also be good days. It can never be too good, and it can never be too bad. Just know that. It'll get better, so don't quit.
And then for my reality check of the week, I'm going to say that everybody should start demanding a little more respect for themselves. You feel me? I know I always preach being humble and all that good shit, but sometimes you got to take a step back and really just evaluate everything that you got going on and just give credit to where it's due. And if it's due to yourself, give yourself that credit. You feel me?
Talk that shit.
I feel like
that shit.
if you're aware of what you bring to the table and you're aware of all the value that you bring to whatever you do, then motherfuckers should respect you. You feel me? Motherfuckers should treat you with that same respect that they treat anybody else that's popping and doing it. You feel me?
Damn,
and if
bro.
anybody that doesn't want to give you that respect, it's an easy and simple, fuck them. It's an easy and simple fuck them. You feel
Yeah,
me?
fuck y'all.
Because Because honestly, fam, we're all here to eat. We're all here to rise together, but everybody has different ways of doing that. If you feel like you have one way that works for you, go ahead and do that shit. And if somebody doesn't want to give you the respect because of how you're able to bring shit to the table, fuck them, because you're going to be doing their shit, and they're still going to be talking shit regardless. So you're good on your front. You feel me? That's my reality check of the
Good
week.
shit, nigga. And brush your tongue.
Brush your tongue.
Brush your damn tongue. Not just the teeth. Brush your fucking tongue.
Facts.
I'm sick.
Shit.
Especially if you smoke Fontos and Woods. Let me just tell you
I
that
don't know
right
what's
now.
going on.
What grab it there?
Floss while you at it then.
You know that. You see Sir.
And that was pretty much the end of the episode. Dutch, thank you for pulling up. You feel me?
Appreciate y'all.
He's been a long time supporter of the show, and now he's on the show. You feel me? Patience, patience is a lie. You feel me?
Patience is a virtue.
Facts. So you said you were spinning somewhere soon?
Yeah. This Thursday I'll be at Salem State University. It'll be me, DJ Nice, and G Smoney. We're gonna have a battle of the DJs for a flag party. Friday I'm doing Freaknik in Providence. Saturday I got a nice little private John. Damn, I don't know if I should keep going with the list, but yeah. Just make sure
Just know
December
he's
7th.
booked and busy.
Yeah, December 7th, UMass Amherst. Thankful for the Waistline. November 22nd,
Hey,
we got IQ from London coming through.
Give him your booking info.
Yeah, put
Yeah,
the socials in there.
You can actually contact me. You can book me at my email, bookdjdutch.
Different.
Yes, at gmail.com. I run that shit. You feel me? You good. You can also hit me on my IG, Twitter, Snapchat. Follow me at DJ Dutch, DUTCH _. That's for IG, that's for Twitter, and that's for Snapchat as well if you want to rock with Snapchat. But yeah.
Word.
Follow me.
So you've been listening to The Urban Product. It's your boy DME.
It's your boy Cozy Ricch.
Girl Imani.
It's your boy DJ Dutch.
And we will catch y'all next week.
Love.
Deuce.
Boom.